University, a place we go to learn, grow, meet new people, and potentially find our life partner. Now, having been here for a year, I have done everything but that last one. If you were to code my life out, it would look something like this. Now, I have general theories as to why that's the case. For example, I haven't really put myself out there or made an effort to speak to a bunch of girls. A simple solution to this problem would be to just get out more, right? But no. That's where you have me wrong. You see, I'm a computer science student, so I apply technology to solve my problems. This is why I am building a dating app for my university. And who knows, maybe if it is successful, this might happen. So, here's the game plan. I need to come up with a twist on conventional dating platforms, draft up a design for the app, and my favorite part, code it all out. The tools I will be using throughout each step are, for 1, pen and paper, 2, Figma for creating the design, and Dribble for some inspiration, to put it lightly. Then for 3, I'll be using Next.js for the full stack development and Firebase for my database. Now, let's get started. After a couple of sketches and research, I landed on the idea of having a gamified experience where users will quiz each other before being able to further interact. I ask a question, and if you answer correctly, that implies some level of compatibility, thereby enabling us to proceed with our communication. If you answer incorrectly though, then tough. You just have to move on to the next person, and hopefully that one works out. Building off this idea, I started working on the design. So, this is what I have so far. You'll notice that it looks quite bland, boring, plain, a bit mundane, too many grays and not enough color. And that's intentional. The whole purpose behind this phase of the design is not to make it look beautiful, but to rather get the idea out of my head so that I can further build on top of it. You'll see that there's a total of 4 pages. The one you're currently seeing right now is the search page. If you want to find your crush, search them here. And if they're not on the platform, send them a link to sign up. Then next is the feed page. This is where you can scroll through your potential matches' profiles and answer their questions. If you answered correctly, you see the next page with the message button and their socials for if you want to connect outside of the platform. Then here, we have the chats page. All your conversations with matches are displayed here. Click on a user, send them a message, standard stuff. Then the last one is the profile page. On this page, you can edit your details such as profile photo, degree, your question, and so on. At this point in time, it's quite clear how everything works. All that's left is to make it look good. And for that, we are going to use Dribble. Dribble is one of the largest platforms online for designers to share their work. And in that same vein, it is one of the largest platforms online for me to get inspired by. And by inspired, I mean steal. I steal their work. Now, before you judge me, let me remind you of a quote by one of the greatest artists of all time, Pablo Picasso. In it he says, "Good artists copy, great artists steal." So hey, there's some food for thought. Lately I've been really interested in this design trend called New Brutalism. It just seems bold, and I don't see it executed enough, which is understandable because, look at it. Designs like this are a hit or miss for most people. So it makes sense that companies would shy away from them and keep to the more standard trend of material design. But that's boring. I want to make something that looks different. Hopefully it turns out looking good. With that being said, it's time to beautify this design. after all that work, this is what I have. You'll notice that it's still subtle, not too in your face like some of the designs I have up here. I found all that pink to be quite overwhelming, because after all, this is a dating app, not some breast cancer awareness campaign. So I kept the pink to a minimum and added some lime because those two colors go well together. At this point, I'm quite confident in moving forward to coding it out, but now obviously there's still room for improvement with this design, but the whole idea isn't to get it perfect. It's just to give me a solid foundation to build on top of. And now, for the code. The nice part about starting with designing is that it really streamlines my work. Where initially I would come up with designs as I was coding, now it's simply a matter of taking what is already there and translating it into code, which ends up being a lot faster and less mentally taxing. When I started, I used to think that designing was just for the artsy people who weren't technically inclined. And while that is true, I still believe that anyone who is interested in building software should familiarize themselves with this process, because designing exposes you to thinking about the user interface and user experience in a way that's just not quite possible with code. Alright, that's enough from me. I'll pop in again once I have something up and running. Alright, so this is the app. I think it turned out quite well. If you scroll down here, you'll see a brief overview of how everything works. I tried not to put too much details here, but hopefully it's enough to get the idea across. At the bottom here, you click on sign up and you'll receive this alert telling you to only use your Wits student email address. From there, you're directed to the onboarding page where you have to enter your details. You'll see that your name is already filled in for you. Don't ask how I did that. Enter your date of birth, your degree, your level of schooling, and for preference, you can select both, but I only swing one way, so I'll do that. Hit continue, upload a profile photo. And for the question, think very hard about this one, as I will do too. What's the best pizza topping is a very impactful question to ask here. I think it really encompasses everything that relationship stands for. If you disagree, then well, clearly things weren't meant to be. For the options, more cheese, pepperoni, and pineapple. Now I love cheese, so I'll select cheese. That's the only valid option here. And now for your socials, you can add your social media handles here. It's optional though. I don't have any, so I'll leave it blank, but if you do, by all means do that. After hitting on create profile, you're shown this modal here telling you how to install the app for both iOS and Android. So I'll scroll back up and see the instructions for iOS. I'll hit on add to home screen, add, and there we go. Now I have the app on my phone. Okay, so now we're properly in the app and we're faced with Michaela. She's doing a BCom General, undergrad, and is 20 years old. She's asking, what's your go-to board game? From the given options, I'd have to go with Monopoly. Let's see if she agrees. Perfect. First try, guys. First try, I promise. All right, let's message her now. Think of something to say. I got it. Watch this. There's no shot that fails. You can use that, but you're going to have to credit me at the end. While we wait for Michaela to get back to us, let's see if we can find anyone else that piques our interest. Okay, we got Tandeka here, and she's asking, how do we spend our Friday nights? None of these match with me, so I'll just pick one. Well, that's unfortunate. How about Justine? Let's see. Can't win them all, guys. Can't win them all. Oh, Michaela got back to us. That's much needed boost. Alright, and let's just try to clean up our track record here. Get one more match. There we go. 2 and 2. Not bad. Not bad. And now this one again, certified banger, will not lose. Try this one, I recommend it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. And lastly, we have the profile page. Here you can edit all of your details, including profile picture, degree, level, and whatnot, except for your name. I'd hope that you discuss that one first with your parents before trying to consult this app. Currently, the app only works for Wits students, so if you're not a Wits student, well, hoo-hoo, you chose the wrong university. If you find any bugs or something's broken, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to get to it. That might be a lie. I don't know. We'll see. And if you made it this far into the video, I really do appreciate your time. Consider subscribing since you seem to have enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you.